Hello friends, welcome to our next class of Human Resource Management for UPSC. We are in the fourth chapter and we'll be doing today recruitment. The questions today before us are: what is recruitment, why recruitment, how to do it, sources, internal and external sources, merits and demerits of both the sources. Okay, so comes first thing first. What is recruitment? Recruitment itself, it is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. Particularly, it has two jobs to do. First of all, to search for the prospective employees and stimulate the capable, the skilled, the qualified employees to apply for the job, as well as shortlist or stop the other unqualified employees from applying for the job. In such a way, you actually perform your advertisement and you present your advertisement in such a manner with all the details and specification that only the qualified or the skilled required employees with the required skills, they apply for the job. So what are the aspects for recruitment? First is attracting the applicant. You have to attract the applicant, the required applicant, or the person with the required skill set and knowledge and skills will be attracted by the recruitment process. Secondly, you have to identify the source of recruitment. That means whether you are going to recruit the particular prospective employee from the internal sources or the external sources. We'll see what are the internal and the external one, and then utilizing those sources of recruitment. Which source of recruitment are you going to utilize and how you utilize it. You have to shortlist the candidates. Shortlisting of candidates is not a part of selection. Particularly, there are two things when we talk about appointment of a particular employee in the organization. There are two things. One is recruitment and selection. Recruitment is when you attract a new applicant. That is recruitment. This process is recruitment, and it also includes shortlisting. That means only the qualified ones are being shortlisted and the other who are not fit for the job are not included in the list. So then the process till this step is included in recruitment, and the process thereafter, like interviewing, screening test, and then finally selecting the required employee, are included in selection procedure. And selection procedure is therefore the final stage of the appointment, and it is decision making step, and therefore it is separate from recruitment. And this shortlisting of candidate, it is not a selection part, because it does not involve decision making. I hope this is clear. Recruitment is simply searching for the prospective employee, attracting the right candidate, and it also about this shortlisting the unfit one, right? The next comes why recruitment. Why do you need to recruit? Very simple answer: in order to find the potential employee. You have to find the best fit employee for your job, and then you also, because of this, you try to attain organizational effectiveness, a competitive edge over the competitor, and also you need to you actually prevent yourself from the future problems of shortage in manpower, or the sudden requirement for any human resource, for having able skilled human resource is an asset for the organization, therefore an important part in the profits or the growth of an organization. So you can write down many. It's very simple. क्यों चाहिए employees? That will be the answer to this question. Because why recruitment means you are searching for employees. Then why do you need employees? All those things can be an answer to this. This is simple. Next is how recruitment means the process of recruitment. See, we have seen the aspects of recruitment, that is attracting the applicant, and then shortlisting the applicant also, and then finding the sources. It is quite similar to it. That means first of all you have to identify the vacancy. Means, do you have a vacancy? Do you need an employee? Do you need some other manpower or something? So this is what you have to identify: the vacancy means the post you want to fill. Number of persons means quantity, quality, variety, and timing. Everything will be decided here. Then as soon as you identify the vacancy, then you go for job analysis. For example, you come to know that you need a person for the accountant's post. Then you have this person, the post is accountant's post. You need two, maybe five persons, suppose. Yeah, so number is five, post is accountant's post. What duties to be performed, what qualification required are actually covered under this job analysis part, means job description. Duties to be performed is job description, qualifications required are job specification. We have done the job analysis in the last video, that is about the job content and the job profile, means what all roles responsibilities is, the general references, general points, the key role indicators, etc. included in job description. Job specification is particularly the job profile, the knowledge, skills, is the qualities, characteristics, personal qualities, characteristics of mental, physical characteristics, etc., which are required for a particular job. This is job specification. And when you have a list of job specification and job description, then you can find which particular source of recruitment will be better, means by which source you can get the required set of employees, whether internal or external. You find this particular, identify the sources, you fix one particular source for a recruitment, and then you go for advertisement and shortlisting. That is also included in this part, means advertisement and shortlist. You are locating and developing the source, advertise your particular job, and then you shortlist the required candidate, and after shortlisting starts the next process. Okay, sources of recruitment. Yes, you know, internal sources and external sources. Internal sources are, internal means anything which is internal to the organization, that includes the organization staff, organization employees, its management team, etc. So this is internal sources. So internal sources, may you may fill a particular vacancy by your own present permanent employees, by providing them some training, or by actually promoting them to higher post. You can fill your vacancy using these employees. Or if you present temporary or casual employees, though it is usually for the low level jobs, where the temporary employees are being made permanent for the job, because they already have some experience in doing that particular job, and they are orient with the organizational functioning, etc. So it's better to employ them, even because of the trade union obligations, or in order to gain the loyalty of your employees. This is done. Retains to the retired employees. This is like, you, when you need some experience or experienced employees, or when you don't want to go for the tedious recruitment procedure, providing the advertisement, selection, interviewing, and all that, then you can go for retains to the retired employees, because you are very very well aware with their working style, with their abilities and knowledge, so it would be easier for the organization to employ them. Dependents of deceased, disabled, retired, and the present employees. This is what is done in our government organizations, that in case of deceased person, his family member, one of his family member is provided a job in the particular organization on the basis of his skills and knowledge. In the same way, this can be done in order to gain loyalty of the employees present and the past, and as well as to create a belongingness of the present employees to the organization, provide them some security, so fulfilling their security needs, etc., thus motivating them. Employee referrals. In this case, what we do, we actually put a little trust on the wisdom of our current employees, because they are well aware with the organization environment, the job content, and the job profile as well, and they are also aware with their references, their particular relative, friends, or other people whom they are referring. They know their knowledge, skills, also their social psychological needs, and their behaviors. So in this case, they are in a better position to decide whether a person is suitable for the organization, and they suggest their particular friends, relatives, if a known person to the organization, and organization team then go for the interviewing and etc. to determine whether such a person is suited for the job or not. So these are the sources of recruitment. That means when you recruit the people from your own shareholder stakeholders, like your own management, workers, employees, etc., when then it is known as internal sources of recruitment. Yes, it is less time consuming and less costly, because it involves less steps. It does not involve these advertisement and all, and in this case is you have some knowledge, prior knowledge about the persons whom you are being employing. So it also has some motivation thing in it. It motivates your present employees, is help gain loyalty from them. Okay. Now the external sources means campus recruitment. As soon as the students or the youth, they complete their courses in their professional organizations, etc., then they're recruited from those campuses as simple private employment agencies. They are separate agencies or consultants who actually help the organization to recruit personnel. Public employment exchanges, these are employment exchanges where the unemployed people, they submit their biodatas and resume, and the employers, the prospective employers, they approach the public employment exchanges in the need of prospective employees. And what happens here is, according to Employment Exchange Act, it is compulsory for the private and public sector enterprises to fill certain types of vacancies through these public employment exchanges. Professional organizations are, they maintain the biodata of their members, and then they provide the same to various organizations on requisition. So they act as an exchange. Data banks is when the management collect biodata of candidates from different sources like employment exchanges, education training institutes, etc., and feed them in computer. And in case of need, then they get these particulars. Now, casual applicants, simple. It's like depending on the image of the organization, it's prompt response and participation of the organization in the local activities, level of employment. Candidates apply casually for the jobs. Okay. Now, similar organizations means people employed in your similar organizations are being attracted, or being attracted to the job, so that they have the similar experience, and the organization can get benefit from it. Trade unions, usually the unemployed person, they oppose the trade unions. They submit their maybe the curriculum, or they submit their CVs to those people, and the trade unions, they approach to the management for the jobs. Walk-in is like in various organizations. It's like the potential candidates can attend an interview directly without a prior application, a specified date, time, and a specified place. Okay. Consultant, that means what happens here is the potential job seekers, as they approach companies personally and consult them regarding the jobs. So it's like it is direct. The job seekers, they connect directly to the companies. Body shopping, this is important. What is body shopping here is that there are certain professional organizations and high tech training. They develop the pool of human resource for the possible employment, and the prospective employers, they contact these organizations to recruit the candidates. It is quite similar to private employment agencies and consultants. What they do is that they train people, and they have their human resource, and they act as a link between the prospective employers and the suitable candidates. And therefore the prospective employers of the companies, they contact these kind of organizations or professional organizations for recruiting, for their future needs. This body shopping is also known as employee leasing activity. uh, it's important, it's better you remember this word, employee leasing activity. Okay, this is mainly used for the computer professionals. Now comes merger and acquisitions. When merger and acquisition is done, obviously the pool of the human resources of both the companies are being pooled together. So it also helps in filling the some vacancies and getting human resources. E-recruitment is through website, or through email IDs, or so it's like through electronic media. When the recruitment is done, then means advertisements are placed. The people, they put the applications and etc. Outsourcing is that you have some human resource outside. You actually outsource your human resource function from some other professional organizations. They perform the function of recruitment and selection for you. Reading is quite unethical, and it is not openly talked about. It is what it is like when the employees who are working elsewhere are being attracted by you by providing them more better deal or very lucrative packages. And so in order to just get the benefit of their experience in the other organizations and get a competitive edge, and deprive your competitor of a skilled and qualified employee. Next is merits and demerits of internal sources. Merits and demerits. First of all, internal sources. You know what are the internal sources? From the internal resources, like the present employees or the past employees, or their referrals, else or the relatives of deceased is or disabled employees. In this way, when we recruit, then it is from the internal sources. Advantages is you provide motivation to your current employees. Their morale of promotee also is also high, and better assessment of abilities because or the people are known to you. Lower cost for some jobs because it does not involve the advertisement cost and etc. It is motivated for good performance to both the present employee and the maybe the prospective employee. Causes a succession of promotions, then have to hire only at the entry level. Okay, disadvantages is inbreeding means from in-house, possible moral problems of those who are not promoted, but interpersonal conflicts, political infighting for the promotions, hence yes, it may lead to fight for power, need for management development program. That means you have to go for a development program, training, etc. The employer has to bear that particular cost, and also it also leads to the regular or routine in ideas. It does not give a room for the new ideas, innovations, etc. because you are not infusing a new blood in the organization. So this is also a drawback. Now, the external sources. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Yes, of course, it brings a new blood in the organizations. It is cheaper and faster than training because in earlier case you have to provide management training for development of skills and knowledge of the present employees. And if that training is expensive, then this tends to be cheaper and faster. Let me tell you, it depends upon the type of the job for which you are recruiting. In some case, is internal sources may be cheap and fast, and in other cases, external sources may also be cheap and fast. Professionals, you get more professionals, and you can also get more experienced person or broadly experienced person, means person having experience in other fields, other organizations, and that experience can help you a lot. No group of political supporters in the company because there is no role for or psychophants, etc. because the recruitment is totally based on the on merit, and organization already and may bring new industry insights. Yes, of course. Okay, now disadvantage may not select someone who will fit the job or organization. Particularly in this case, we lack that particular orientation which the already existing or the present employees have. In because person coming from the external sources may not fit for the organization or may not be fit for the job. They may be qualified enough to do so, but they may not fit the job, and they may cause morale problems for the internal workers. Candidates who are not selected means you do recruit them but you do not select them. Longer adjustment or orientation time. It takes a longer adjustment or orientation time. And even in cases of external, in some external cases when and you do campus recruitment, etc., in that cases they lack experience as well. They do not have any kind of experience, so you have to spend on their training also at that time. So these are certain advantages and disadvantages. These are very obvious. You can easily write them without reading anywhere. So today we have done recruitment. What is recruitment and why recruitment? How recruitment, and then the sources of recruitment, internal and external, their merits and demerits. I hope it was a very simple one. You all understood. Now let's end with a beautiful quote by Lord Buddha. He said, a man asked Lord Buddha, I want peace. Lord Buddha said, first remove I, that is ego, then remove want, that is desire. See now, you are left only with happiness. Have a great day. Thank you.